Okay, guys, this is VSG Sotherbell or Dixie. Um, Today is Monday, November 10th, 2014. It is my week 5 post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I had my surgery here in Omaha, Nebraska at Emmanuel Hospital, which is our center for excellence. I started my journey at 298 pounds last December. And day of surgery, I was 238 pounds. Week 4, I was 219 pounds with a 1 pound loss. And this week at week 5, I lost, I am 216.5 pounds. That's 2.5 or 2.5 pounds that I've lost this week, for a total loss so far since surgery of 21.5 pounds. And about 17 pounds away from Wonderland. And what would that make me? Put me right around 17 pounds as well from my 100 pounds down. So they should fall pretty close together. So we'll see how that goes. I wanted to thank a subscriber of mine. Her YouTube name is BossLady VSG. Her name is Camille. Camille sent me some bariatric advantage vitamins that she no longer needed. She sent me almost a full bottle of vitamins, and then she sent me the orange flavored vitamins, and then she sent me like a chocolate, I think, chewable iron, and a few calcium citrate chewables, chocolate peanut butter, although there were a few orange in there as well, orange cream. They're very good, thank you. I appreciate your help in the vitamin department, Camille. It's greatly appreciated. I need to send you a thank you. I also wanted to tell Jany VSG that I am sorry. I'm so sorry that you had a car accident. I hope your back is okay. I know what it's like to have a messed up back. Jany, if you're in a lot of pain, especially at night, ask your doctor for some amitriptyline. I'm taking amitriptyline, 25 milligrams. Since my surgery, I've been pretty much pulled off of it, but I am allowed to take it if I exercise and my back starts to spasm. I'm allowed to take it. So I know that it's acceptable for you here with the VSG surgery. So if you're in a lot of pain, make sure you talk to your doctor about getting on some amitriptyline. It's good to help you get some sleep, but it's also good for pain. So, and that's what I'm using it for. I'm using it for pain as well as to get some sleep. It's hard to sleep when your back hurts and you're spasming, so I know how that is. And I hope you get better soon. I love you. Okay, I also wanted to say that I am sorry to Julie, Julie's family. Julie is a gal that was in one of my YouTube communities that I'm in, and she passed away on October 31st. She went in for her surgery and she did not come out from her surgery. I'm very, very heartbroken for her family. I know that's got to be hard. When I had told my husband about her passing, he sat down beside me and he told me he didn't realize that you could pass away from the surgery. And I said, you could pass away from any surgery. But when he realized that I could have died from that surgery, he was heartbroken, and he told me that he would have told the doctor or the surgeon to do whatever he could to save me. So, yeah, my heart goes out to the family of Julie. I also wanted to mention a couple of things. I talked to my family doctor. I told you guys on my last video that I had a very busy week. I have another busy week this week, but I went to see my family doctor Wednesday night, or Wednesday morning, I mean, and to get my blood drawn. Couple things happened in that visit. Doctor said I had to ask him to check my urine because I felt like I was getting an infection. I'm drinking my 64 fluid ounces of water a day, but and then whatever's in my protein drinks, whatever, okay? And I don't include my cup of tea that I have, one good sized mug, this mug to be exact. Probably good 10 ounces of tea in there. So I don't include that in my water intake, although I should because it's made with water. But he wants me to up my intake. He said my ketones are getting pretty high in my urine. He said that's to be expected because of weight loss. They expect to see ketones in the urine, but he said there's a point where they could get too high, and he said I could be feeling some of the effects of that. And he said the only thing he could really do at this point was to tell me to up my water another about 15 to 20 more ounces of water a day on top of that 64. So I got to get my butt in gear on that. He also said that my vitamin levels in my blood were standard, whatever that means. Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means I got to go back again next month, which is not a scheduled time to have my blood checked, but they do want to recheck again next month. Something was a little off kilter there, but not enough to make him, do anything this month. So I got to go back again next month for another vitamin level check. And then later that night I had my support group meeting, and the teacher that teaches it turns out to be my surgeon's wife. And so she went with him out of town to a bariatric meeting of some sort, conference. And so who led our conference this week was my nutritionist, Jackie. And we had talked about several things. We had talked about Thanksgiving dinner. Now, she told us to forego protein first on Thanksgiving Day and on Christmas Day. She said it will not, for 2 days out of the year, hurt to not have protein first. She said, in fact, it will just make us more upset when we don't get to enjoy the desserts of any kind. So she said the one thing that we're looking forward to getting the most at Thanksgiving time is the one thing she wants us to eat first. So if that's pumpkin pie, that's pumpkin pie. She said make the slice very, very thin, just enough for 2 to 3 bites. That should satisfy our sweet tooth. So she gave us permission to go ahead and have the regular Thanksgiving dinner. stuff that whatever's made. Although I do the cooking in my household, I cook for me, my husband, and my three daughters, and then their spouses or significant others. And although I'm going to try and make a lot of the foods that I make, I'm just going to try and make them healthier. She gave us permission to enjoy all the foods that are served, and she said how you do that is you just take 1 teaspoon of every dish and put on a very small plate, smallest plate you can find, which I use the saucers for my teacups. I just use the saucers for my teacup as my dinner plates. So she said 1 teaspoon of everything served onto your plate, and just take 1 bite of everything. You know, just take a bite of everything out of that teaspoon. She says you don't have to eat the full teaspoon. Just, you know, it'll allow you to get a bite of everything that's served. So I'm going to do that this year. I'm going to not worry about getting that protein in first. Although I am going to put it on my plate, I am going to do as she said and just get a bite of everything. So if you guys are wondering how you're going to handle Thanksgiving dinner, you might want to think about doing the same thing. Just 1 teaspoon of everything out there, and just take 1 bite of everything and still enjoy your day. She did tell us we have to get up after the meal, and after dishes are done, whatever, she wants us to take a 20-minute to 30-minute walk. So I'll probably jump on my treadmill for 20 to 30 minutes, and she said that will make it easier to enjoy dessert later if you don't eat dessert first. So that's what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to allow myself to still enjoy my Thanksgiving, just in a much smaller way. So you guys think about doing the same thing. And oh, excuse me. You ever breathe in too much air and it just like... I also had one last thing I wanted to mention before I sign off. Jennifer Bleacher put out a video yesterday. It made me cry. Jennifer, I love you, girl. You're the sweetest thing on this earth, and how anybody out there can prejudge you before even getting to meet you or know you, I don't have any clue how they could do that to you. I mean, people, Jennifer is the sweetest thing there is out there. I did meet Jennifer. I had the opportunity to meet Jennifer at the meet and greet back in July that she had in her hometown of Ames, Iowa. I'm just sorry, Jennifer, that I didn't get to stay for the whole thing. It fell so quickly, and we only get paid once a month, and there wasn't much time for us to plan in for, hotel stay or anything like that. And Raymond worried about us getting home, so we had to up and leave the meet and greet not too long after the meal was served. We stayed and we talked for a while, but when they got ready to go do games and stuff, I kind of had to cut out. As it was 2 in the morning by the time I reached back here to Omaha. And but Jennifer is everything that you see on YouTube. Jennifer is the same in person. She's the sweetest gal. And there's nothing fake about Jennifer. There's nothing fake about Jennifer. I think if you all had an opportunity to meet her in person, I think you would absolutely fall in love with her. She's the sweetest person on this earth. And Jennifer, I love you with all my heart, and you'll always have a special place for in my heart. Jennifer was like one of the very first few that I started following and actually talking with, and still comment to her to this day. I love you, Jennifer, and I will always be by your side. I just want you to know that, and I hope that I get to someday see you again at a meet and greet. Hopefully, maybe next summer we'll have another meet and greet. I doubt that you're probably going to want to host it, but hopefully somebody around the Midwest will still have, you know, a meet and greet, and we'll meet again. And next time I promise that I won't cut out on you. I'll make motel or hotel arrangements, and we'll get through that. Okay. So you guys, Jennifer is exactly how you see her. She's the sweetest person in the world. I think that's about it for me for this week. I love you all, and I'll talk to you again next week. Okay. Bye bye.